So, you want to learn how to ride a scooter, but you don't know how to. While some people might call this video useless, I do still feel like there's at least one person, aka my mom, who could benefit from this. So let's start off with gear. Helmet, gloves, and the knowledge that if you fall it's gonna sting a little bit, it's all you really need to ride one of these scooters. If you are really riding something that goes about as fast as your average bicycle, let alone an electric bicycle, you don't need a full body suit of military grade armor to save you when you fall. If you want to make sure you don't get a full body rash whenever you do fall, then getting a tear resistant jacket and a pair of jeans for riding is a very good idea, but anything more than that and you're just wasting money. Now let's talk a little about controls. See, unlike your fancy car that has AC, radio, low beam, high beam, fog lights and cruise control, a moped comes with a throttle, high beams and low beams, and a horn. That's pretty much it. Now on almost any scooter that wasn't made in the 1800s, you will still find stuff like indicators, electric starts, or even sometimes a clock. This Keeway Hurricane from 2006 has all those things except for the clock, but hey, if you're gonna be blasting down the highway at 40 kph, you already know you're gonna arrive on time anyway. Okay, now I've decided to make the rest of this video in a more live sort of perspective, talking about exactly, of course, the main thing that you came for, how to ride these things. And starting off, we actually need to start this thing up. And that is usually down here. Now there are two stages. There is the first one, which is the locked stage, and then there is the ignition turned on. After that, you can either use your electric start, or in this case, this one doesn't have a battery, so we're just going to be kicking this one manually and see if we can get it started. Now this thing that I am currently pulling, as you might be able to guess, is the throttle. It's basically what makes your bike go boom. So if your scooter is struggling to start, then this is probably what you need to pull a little bit to keep it alive. That's just how it is with the idle. Now swinging a leg over it, I'm going to actually fold this thing in, but swinging a leg over this machine, you don't even need to really swing your leg over, you can also just walk right into it. And now you want to try to get it off the center stand. I've currently got it on the center stand. As you can tell, there's the kickstand, but then there's also the center stand. To get it off the center stand, you pretty much just need to tilt the bike a little bit and then push forward. And now we are actually ready to ride. Now I've gone through a few of the controls. Of course, this right here is going to be your indicators. So you can see now that I have moved it, it is going to be blinking to the left. And to cancel it out, you just press this button in the middle. Some just have that you press the entire thing in. This one has a button, and it's the same to the right. Right here is going to be your high beam and your low beams. We're not really going to mess with those. We're just going to keep it in low beam mode. And so now, just give it some gas. Start off with that. Just try to give it a little bit of gas. Tiny bit, that's enough. And then you have these two levers right here. Now on most motorcycles, this is going to be a clutch. But this one, being a scooter, is more similar to your average bike. So it actually has the rear brake and the front brake. So it's reversed from your typical bicycle. But still, if you want to brake, then you pull this in, either the rear or the front. Front brake is obviously a lot more powerful. So that's the one I recommend using. Now let's just give it some gas. Just go a little bit forward. There we go. And try to get your feet up. You can keep your feet also like on the side, and whenever you feel like it's too much, you just brake. It's fine, it's gonna stop. And now we're gonna practice some turning. So keep your feet down, you can keep them on the side, and you're just gonna turn the body, the handlebars. The handlebars, this is pretty much like riding a bicycle, right? Whenever you feel like you've got enough speed to the point where you're not falling constantly, you can put your feet up on the deck here. And now you are riding a bike, and you can actually like just kind of turn it. You know, you don't need to have any fancy leaning yet. Just practice getting this down so you feel comfortable with the bike. And then whenever you feel like it, put a little bit more gas to it. start turning, and you'll notice now I am already leaning. This is kind of a natural instinct we have. We just kind of lean whenever the bike goes a certain speed. And so while at really low speeds like this, it's gonna act like a bicycle. You want to just turn to the right if you want to turn right. But any longer than that, and you're just gonna lean. Your body's naturally gonna want to lean a little bit to get it to turn. So you lean to the right to turn to the right, you lean to the left to turn to the left. Now whenever I had my mom try this thing out for the first time, she reacted in the way that this throttle, compared to a car, feels delayed. That is just how scooters work. The way they work is they spin up over time, and because there's no gears or anything, the revs keep low even if you're pulling full throttle. So it might feel actually a little bit unusual to pull the throttle and notice that, hey, it's not going. And the way to deal with that is pretty much just to keep riding, honestly. Like, you just keep riding this thing around from time to time. Go to parking lots, go to quiet places. You know, if you have someone like a kid or someone who knows how to ride one of these, have them take you there and then have them help you out. It can be a ton of fun once you do get that going. And you can ride one of these with just a car license. You don't need any more than a car license to ride one of these in most countries. So if you have a car license, you don't even need to take a handling test. You just need to go to parking lots and do something like I'm doing right now, which is going around these poles. Obviously I have been riding for a little bit longer, so I know how to take tight turns and stuff, but like even something like this, just knowing how to lean and how to turn, just experiment with that. And that's pretty much all there is to it. There is obviously the honk. And now go full throttle in the city and have a blast riding these things. And just like that, you now know how to ride a scooter. Congratulations! Now stop watching this video and go scout the Facebook Marketplace. These things cost about 400 bucks used, the insurance is chunk change, they don't need to be inspected, and the fuel efficiency is gonna pay for itself in just about 1 month. Ride safe, I'll catch you in the next one. Yo, that's how we do it. I think that's good.